What's going on, guys? Chillis FM here, and the Kanto Cup is finally back. The Kanto Cup is my favorite of all the limited cups that Niantic has released so far because the meta is just really balanced in my opinion. This time I'm bringing Kanto Ninetales to the Kanto Cup and I'm running Overheat on it. This thing is actually pretty busted. I try not to say that unless it's actually true, but I went 13-2 with this double fire team at the beginning of Kanto Cup, including 1-5-0. So I felt really good about this. Now I do have a Lickitung lead here. It does have Legacy Body Slam. I did use an Elite TM to get it. But this Lickitung is not XL. In fact, it's only level 37.5. I didn't have the candies to take it even to level 40. I did use some rare candies just to get it to 37.5 because there is a breakpoint there that you'll want to reach. But you don't have to have the XL for this team. And if you don't have a good Lickitung, you could also use Snorlax. And I actually saw PokeGains on Twitch today running this team with a Shadow Machamp lead, and it worked pretty well as well. But he wasn't running Overheat on Ninetales. I think he was missing out on that. But regardless, he went positive in all 5 sets, so this team structure is definitely strong. With this team, you'll typically want to safe swap into Rapidash if the lead is not a fire type counter. So if it's not a rock or water type, typically you're going to want to swap out. Now this first match, I don't do that and it's probably a mistake. I actually make a couple misplays in this game, but I am able to clutch it up. So they lead with a Raichu and I'm going to eat a Wild Charge. I know that Lickitung can take it and then I can just farm them down and have some energy left over. And then they bring in a Charmer. I'm going to go straight for the Body Slam here, get a little bit of chip damage, and then both of my fire types in the back can deal with this Charmer. So I actually decide to come in with Rapidash and they stay in. So I decide I'm just going to farm this thing down, get a ton of energy. If I have to shield, I have to shield. And then I'm going to swap into Ninetales and get some energy on that as well. That way I'd have so much energy for whatever they have in the back. Now they are up a shield, but it's a Haunter. So Haunter normally with a shield advantage is good. But again, I have so much energy already stored and I can get to these Weather Balls so quickly on Ninetales. I'm in a really good spot, I think. They didn't even bait the Shadow Ball there, so I can eat a Shadow Punch no problem. I'm going to go for another Weather Ball. I should be getting their second shield here. And I have 2 Drill Runs banked on Rapidash. I'm only going to need 1. I am going to lose CMP here. And if they had 2 charge moves, there would be a possibility that that CMP tie didn't register and they could win. But that CMP tie did register, so that Drill Run's going to land and easily take out Haunter. So GG's. Moving into the second matchup, we are up against a Ninetales, a Alolan Ninetales lead. So obviously both my fire types are going to do pretty well against this, and it's a Charmer, so we definitely don't want Lickitung in there. We bait out the Hypno, okay? So I'm going to go Flame Charge here, and in the one shield, I actually think that Rapidash wins this. So they are getting to a charge move here. This is a Shadow Hypno, so they're a little bit more glassy. But I'm right there at the Drill Run. So this Drill Run should take them out if they don't shield, but they actually give up their second shield. So that's fine. I'll take shield advantage any day. I can come in with Lickitung and completely lick this thing down. There's no way that a Shadow Hypno is going to be running Focus Blast. I'm not even worried about it. I'm going to no shield. I can eat 2 charge attacks, no big deal. Lickitung is pretty bulky. And again, this is only a level 37.5 Lickitung. It gets even more bulky if you can take it into the XLs. So Hypno goes down and they bring back in their Ninetales. I'm going to bring in my own Ninetales. Since mine is fire and theirs is ice, I have a pretty good advantage there. And then they bring in a Voltorb. Or I'm sorry, an Electrode. So Electrode can get to moves pretty quickly, but they have no shields. So I'm going to overfarm, hit this Overheat, one-shot them, and then I'm going to be able to get to another Overheat before they even throw a charge move at me. And bye-bye Ninetales. Yeah, that's why Overheat is so good. It just does so much damage. Yes, it debuffs you by 2 stages, but if you can land an additional Overheat, it's still insane. Moving into the next matchup, I'm up against a Shadow Venusaur lead. So that's pretty spicy and actually a little bit scary. So Rapidash actually loses to Venusaur in the one shield, but most people don't know that whenever you bring out a fire type, they're going to swap away. So they bring out a Charizard. This might be a triple starter team is what I'm thinking. So maybe Blastoise in the back, but if it was, wouldn't they have brought out Blastoise here? I don't know. That's okay. I'm going to shield up and I'm going to throw this drill run. This should be getting a shield back from them. And that drill run would have been enough to take out Charizard even though it's resisted. So I got one shield off of them and they hit me with a Dragon Claw and then they're able to farm me down. I'm going to come back in with Lickitung and get a little bit of farm. They're throwing at me. I know it's just a Dragon Claw. I don't have to worry about that whatsoever. So Charizard goes down, Shadow Venusaur comes back in. I swap immediately to Ninetales, but they have their own Rapidash in the back. They were also running a double fire team. And Rapidash has drill runs, so this is not looking good for Ninetales. Still, I'm going to go for the overheat, see how much it does. It lands and it almost one-shots them. It does, I don't know, 75% or so. It does a lot. And I'm going to get to another Weather Ball, but they're also at the drill run right here. So this is going to be taking out Ninetales. Unfortunately, I can come in and try to lick down with Lickitung and have some energy. But again, this is a Shadow Venusaur. So this Frenzy Plant is going to do a lot of damage and then they're going to be able to just fine whip me down. If it wasn't a Shadow Venusaur, we might have had a chance there, but with the Shadow, yeah, no, not a chance whatsoever. So GG's, well played. The one game that I lost in this set was to another double fire team. So GG's. Moving into the next battle, I'm up against a Charizard lead. Charizard's a little bit tough for this team. None of my Mons do great against it, but none of them do terrible against it either. I do properly shield the Blast Burn here, and then I'm going to be able to hit it with a Body Slam, and these Body Slams do quite a bit if they land. They're staying in. I'm going for another Body Slam. We'll see if they want a double shield or if they want to eat it. They actually double shield. Very interesting. And then they decide to swap. So after all that, they decide to swap and then they bring in a Alolan Marowak, which my licks are going to be doing super effective damage to, though my charge moves are both resisted. I wait for it to dump its energy and I wanted to come in with Rapidash so I could hit it with a Drill Run, but I misclick onto Ninetales. It's okay. I have Overheat. Overheat is resisted, but look how much this Overheat still does, even though it's resisted. Almost takes him out. One more Fire Spin will do it. And then they bring in a Galarian Rapidash. So, spicy. But you know this Overheat is going to chunk. Woo! It almost one-shots. If I wasn't debuffed, it definitely would have one-shotted. So, yeah, they're in a bad spot now. Now, they definitely do have energy. Galarian Rapidash gets energy so quickly. So I'm going to bring in Lickitung, and I'm going to try to get off a Body Slam. So they do get my shield there, and then they swap into Charizard really quickly and throw a Dragon Claw, but it doesn't take me out. Lickitung is so tanky. I'm able to get to this Body Slam still, and yeah, it does a lot to Charizard. So one Incinerate from my Rapidash will take out Charizard, and their Rapidash just has no chance at that point. So GG's. Moving into the final matchup, I'm up against a Alolan Marowak lead. This is a great lead for Lickitung. My licks are doing super effective damage, and I double resist all the ghost type attacks. Now he didn't build up to a Fire Blast, I'm not going to shield this, and he actually throws Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is not the way to go. Even though Bone Club is a terrible move, it does more damage and is more energy efficient than Shadow Ball. So they swap into Clefable. No problem for either of my back line. I'm going to bring in Rapidash and I'm going to win this in the one shield easily. I go Flame Charge and they shield. I shield up their move as well, and now I can go Drill Run after over farming by a little bit, but they actually decide to shield that as well. So I get to another Drill Run, but I'm not able to press it. That's okay. I go down. I can come in and farm with Ninetales. They bring back in Marowak, and I'm going to swap into Lickitung, see what they have in the back. And it looked like it was some kind of grass type. Yes, it's a Venusaur. I have so much energy on Lickitung though. I'm in a good spot here. I can pump out some Body Slams pretty quickly. And these Body Slams are no joke. They do quite a bit of damage. So Venusaur is out of the picture. I can do a lot with these licks onto this Marowak. I'm not going to show whatever they throw. See if they give me another Shadow Ball. No, they go Bone Club. They learned their lesson. I'm going to let Lickitung go down, and you know, I had to finish the set with a little bit of disrespect. I consider no shielding there, but in case it's the Shadow Ball, I do shield. And we're going for the Overheat BM. I feel bad. GG's. Well played. So I've had a lot of fun running this team in Kanto Cup so far. Let me know in the comments below what you're running and how it's going for you. Hopefully everybody is enjoying it. They are bringing back Kanto Cup in Season 7. Again, it will be unranked and it will be the last week of Season 7. But I really enjoy this cup, so I have no problems with that whatsoever. If you haven't already, please like this video, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as well. It helps me out a lot. I really appreciate it. Alright, this is ChillsFM wishing you good luck in your battles.